Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, and all the One Piece fandom, we will see today who won in a death battle between the Mythic Zone King or the Awakened Devil Fruit user, or Rob Lucci. But before we see who won in a death battle, we must analyze their weapon, their strength, and their skills to see who won in the death battle. So we must first look at Rob Lucci, a CP0 member, who he was used to be in the CP9 member, then he got moved up a rank to 9 to 0 with math. But so Rob Lucci is a very skilled fighter. He have all the CP technique, finger pisser, iron body, skywalk. He have all the different technique, and then you also have the zone type fruit, like a leopard fruit. He have a leopard fruit, basically like boost his strength, speed, his durability, and everything when it comes to the physical side. And plus he's a very skilled fighter. He's a assassin. And plus, spoiler, in Agate Island, we have seen Rob Lucci is a awakened join user, which basically that just times everything of your personal ability. So Rob Lucci is a very tanky person, very physical, very good fighter. And in the in the manga, we have seen Rob Lucci fight Gear 5 Luffy. And by the way, Gear 5 Luffy, at this point Luffy would be better skilled with Gear 5. You have a little bit of a, like, he's better using Gear 5 when he was fighting Kaido, better use of Gear 5. But that's still, I think Rob Lucci did fought the weaker version of Gear 5, because Gear 5 Luffy didn't went that hard on Rob Lucci. I think because if when Kaido to fight Gear 5 Luffy, Gear 5 did turn back into normal Luffy, because there's like a time limit on his gears. Every gear there's a time limit, and when Luffy was fighting Kaido, he went over the time limit. Then he went back to Gear 5 Luffy, then he went to go beat Kaido. But it was a very close fight. It was a very high extreme fight for both One Piece characters. Now when Gear 5 Luffy fight Rob Lucci, Luffy then went back to his normal self. So he then went over his time limit. He did defeat Rob Lucci in his time limit. And with Luffy probably have 5 murders of Gear 5. But to tell you, every punch, every attack from Gear 5 is advanced Conqueror's Haki, because we have seen when Luffy to fight Kaido, every attack to hurt Kaido in Gear 5. So we know every attack of Gear 5 is an advanced Conqueror's Haki attack, and Luffy being in Gear 5 using his awakened form, the Nika fruit, and every attack is a advanced Conqueror's Haki, which Rob Lucci at a time was keeping up. But the thing is, the difference of the Rob Lucci that lost to Luffy than the difference between Kaido. Like when Kaido lost, he was heavily damaged. He was damaged a lot. But when Luffy defeat Rob, Luffy was still dancing. He was still calm. But then in the latest chapter, we have seen Rob Lucci was fighting Zoro for a little bit, but we have seen Zoro didn't went all out because he didn't use none of his advanced Conqueror's Haki attack. He didn't use Emma. He didn't have his 3 swords, only 2 swords. So we have seen Zoro was going like, not easy, but Zoro wasn't going all out when he was fighting against Rob Lucci. And they were fighting for quite a while, because I think it have been 5 or 6 chapters since we have seen those 2 fight. Then we cut to when Zoro got upset on Chonzi. Then Zoro did use Emma. He did use a new attack. He did use advanced Conqueror's Haki, and he went all out and he did use this new attack on Rob Lucci, which he did send Lucci flying, and Lucci was badly hurt. But the thing is, Rob Lucci was still standing after that amazing attack from Zoro. I'm telling you right now, a lot of people can't take a advanced Conqueror's Haki attack from Zoro. So yeah. But Rob Lucci was still standing, and then Jinbei introduced his attack, his fistman karate style, to send Rob Lucci flying. But when that happened, Rob Lucci was still standing on his feet, and he was talking to one of the ghosts, say, remember, like nothing happened. So, like, Rob Lucci have good feats all around. So, Rob Lucci have a very skill. He's a very skilled fighter. He have good hockey. He is a awakened devil fruit user. So we have to give him for that. So that's Rob Lucci. Now it's time to go seek out the wildfire king, the drought. So basically, King is like Rob Lucci, but he's not a CP9 member or CP0 member. He's not as skilled as Lucci when it comes to fighting, but his devil fruit is 10 times better than Rob Lucci. Even though King is not awakened, he have a mythic zone. It's basically just times everything again. Like mythic zone to like a normal zone, they are much more durable and better performance. So yeah, so King have a mythic zone. Even though he's not awakened, he was a right hand man to Kaido, the world's strongest creature, and Kaido defeat outright but easily. And King, when King was fighting against Marco, King wasn't going all out. He don't use none of his flames. He didn't go like when we seen King fight Zoro. That's a very close fight. Like those two was very close. Like it can go either way. But we didn't see King doing all that attack on Marco, and I don't think King was going all out. Same thing when he fight Sonzi for a little bit. He didn't win all out. So yeah. And plus his durability is extremely good. When his fire is on, Zoro attack can't hurt him. The fact that Zoro's advanced conquers arc, he can't attack, or Emma can't damage King at the time. But later Zoro to figure out when King's fire go off behind his back, then his durability so for some reason go away. But it's still good. His durability is still freaking amazing. And plus his physical attack is out the like roof. King's fire when he was fighting Zoro was amazing. And those was very close. Even though also we know for a fact that Zoro was at 100% after Zoro took that needle. Zoro was at 100%. He was ready to go. He was so 100% Zoro was having trouble against King. And I feel like King could have gone harder, but yeah. So King was keeping up with Zoro. Close fight, very close fight. And guys, he is the right hand man to Kaido. The king of the beast. He was right hand to Kaido, bro. So yeah. So not Zoro. So King, his durability is off the sword. Good durability. His endurance is good. He's a good fighter. So yeah. King is also again top tier. But now it's time to see who would win in a death battle between Rob Lucci. Now the thing is, when it comes to both men, they are both zones type, so their durability and physical attack would be off the roof. But one of them is a mythic and the other is a awaken. But the thing is, since King have a mythic zone and his race is already very durable. Like the King's race, for some reason, is off the sort because we know Sonzi he also have a little bit of King's race in him, and we have seen how durable Sonzi is. So the fact that King have that race durability and the mythic zone, I would give it his like physical stuff over Rob Lucci. Even though Rob Lucci is awakened, King, his genes and his like mythic zone is off the sort. Zoro can't even do serious damage to King when his fire is off. And we have seen like Zoro literally one tap Rob Lucci, kind of, because Rob Lucci was still standing, but anyways. So we have seen Zoro can do serious damage to Rob Lucci, but was having a hard time against King. But when it comes to hands to swords, Rob Lucci definitely have it. Rob Lucci is a far superior fighter than King. Hockey, I think I would give it to King just because he's a Yonko commander. I would give hockey to King. So now it's time to see who won in the death battle. Now I can see two things happening in this fight. If Rob Lucci figured out his fire, Rob Lucci would win, because I think he's smart enough to figure out a little bit, but I'm not sure. So the fact that if because Rob Lucci is a very smart fighter, so if he figured out the fire, Rob Lucci would win because I think you'd take advantage because he's faster than King, much more faster, not much more fast, but Rob Lucci is fast. Now when it comes to King, I think if Rob Lucci don't understand that his flame stuff, I think King would win. If Rob Lucci don't understand how it works, I think King would win. But the thing is, guys, if spoiler manga, when Zoro, Kaku, Rob Lucci, and Luffy was fighting against Ishok, Ace-Bear, and the Seraphins, Rob Lucci and Kaku, they didn't figure out the fire stuff because King and the Seraphins, they share the same genes and they share the same fighting style. So the fact that Rob Lucci didn't figure out because the Seraphins and King's body work the same. If the fire is on, they're very durable, but if the fire is out, then they're like weak. So the fact that Rob Lucci didn't figure out that thing, because Zoro have to tell all three of them, Luffy, Kaku, and Rob Lucci, how it work. And the fact that Lucy didn't figure it out is worrying to me. So just for that, just for because Rob Lucci couldn't find out Aesop or Ace-Bear how the fire work, I will say King would win just because King is a better fighter than Aesop and Ace-Bear. He can use his power more. Both of the Seraphins, they're not used to being like that. So, and they don't have a lot of fighting style. King have a better understanding of his body. So I think King would win just because Rob Lucci didn't figure out the flames. So yeah. So but it can go those two ways. But I think King would win. I think the second option would happen. But if Rob Lucci can figure out the fire, I think he'll win. But overall, King would win. So guys, that's the video. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you guys subscribe. Goodbye.